Hello everyone, and welcome back to UFO Evidence, the channel where we dive deep into the most compelling and mysterious sightings from around the globe. Are we alone in the universe? For centuries, humanity has looked to the stars and wondered. Reports of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, have been a constant thread in our history, sparking debate, investigation, and endless fascination. Today, we're counting down some of the most baffling and well-documented UFO encounters ever recorded. These are the cases that defy simple explanation, leaving even the most skeptical minds with more questions than answers. From military encounters to mass sightings, we'll explore the evidence, the eyewitness accounts, and the official explanations, or lack thereof. So, buckle up and prepare to have your perspective challenged as we journey into the unknown. Let's start with a case that is arguably the most famous UFO incident in history, Roswell, New Mexico, 1947. It all began when a rancher named Mac Brazel discovered strange debris scattered across his property. The material was unlike anything he had ever seen. Lightweight, yet incredibly strong metal foils that could be crumpled but would immediately return to their original shape. The local Air Force base initially issued a press release stating they had recovered a flying disc. This bombshell announcement made headlines worldwide, but the story changed almost overnight. The military quickly retracted its statement, claiming the debris was nothing more than a conventional weather balloon. This sudden reversal fueled decades of suspicion and countless conspiracy theories. Was it really just a weather balloon? Or was it a cover-up for something far more extraordinary? Eyewitnesses later came forward claiming to have seen not just wreckage, but also non-human bodies being recovered by the military. Despite official denials, Roswell remains the cornerstone of modern UFO lore, a symbol of government secrecy and the tantalizing possibility that we have been visited. Next, we travel to 1961, to the desolate roads of New Hampshire, for one of the first and most detailed alien abduction accounts, the case of Betty and Barney Hill. While driving home one night, the interracial couple noticed a strange bright light in the sky that seemed to be following their car. As it got closer, they could see a disc-shaped craft with windows, through which they saw humanoid figures. Their next memory was being back in their car, miles down the road, with 2 hours of time completely unaccounted for. Both Betty and Barney began experiencing disturbing nightmares and anxiety. Seeking help, they underwent hypnosis sessions with a respected psychiatrist. Under hypnosis, both independently recounted a terrifying experience of being taken aboard the craft and subjected to medical examinations by strange grey-skinned beings with large eyes. The details they provided were remarkably consistent with each other. Their story became a media sensation and set the template for thousands of abduction claims that would follow. The Hills case is a chilling look into the more personal and frightening side of the UFO phenomenon. Let's jump forward to 2004, to an incident that brought the UFO conversation roaring into the 21st century, the USS Nimitz encounter. During a routine training exercise off the coast of San Diego, multiple US Navy pilots, including Commander David Fravor, encountered an object that defied all known laws of physics. The object, nicknamed the Tic Tac for its smooth, white, oblong shape, was detected on radar, performing impossible maneuvers. It would hover, then accelerate to hypersonic speeds in an instant, with no visible means of propulsion like wings or exhaust plumes. Commander Fravor engaged the object, and as he descended towards it, the Tic Tac mirrored his movement, then shot up and reappeared at his prearranged rendezvous point, 60 miles away in a matter of seconds. The encounter was captured on advanced infrared camera systems, and the footage was eventually declassified and released by the Pentagon itself. This wasn't a blurry photo from a backyard. This was a credible encounter, verified by multiple trained military observers and their state-of-the-art equipment. The Nimitz incident forced the US government to finally acknowledge the reality of what they now call unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Another classic case that has puzzled investigators for decades is the Rendlesham Forest incident in the UK, often called Britain's Roswell. In December 1980, over several nights, US Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Bentwaters reported seeing strange lights descending into the nearby Rendlesham Forest. The base's deputy commander, Lieutenant Colonel Charles Holt, led a patrol into the woods to investigate. There, they witnessed a glowing, metallic, triangular craft hovering just above the ground. It was covered in strange symbols, like hieroglyphics. The object bathed the forest in a brilliant light before moving silently through the trees and then shooting off into the night sky at incredible speed. Colonel Holt made a real-time audio recording of the event, capturing the awe and confusion of his men. The following day, investigators found indentations in the ground where the craft had landed, and radiation readings at the site were significantly higher than normal. Despite multiple high-ranking military witnesses and physical evidence, the official explanation remains inconclusive. The Rendlesham Forest incident stands as one of the most compelling pieces of UFO evidence ever recorded. Now let's head to Phoenix, Arizona, for one of the largest mass UFO sightings in history, the Phoenix Lights of March 13, 1997. Thousands of people, including the state governor at the time, Fife Symington, witnessed a series of strange lights over a 300-mile corridor of the state. The event unfolded in two distinct waves. First, a massive V-shaped craft, estimated to be a mile wide, silently glided over the city. Witnesses described it as being so large it blocked out the stars. It moved slowly and deliberately without making a sound. Hours later, a second wave of lights appeared. A series of stationary amber orbs hanging in the sky in an arc formation. The military initially claimed the lights were simply flares dropped during a training exercise. However, this explanation didn't account for the giant, silent, V-shaped object seen by thousands earlier in the evening. Governor Symington, a former Air Force pilot, initially mocked the event, but later confessed that he too had seen the craft and believed it was otherworldly. The Phoenix Lights remain a powerful example of a shared experience that defies any simple, conventional explanation. Let's move to Belgium between 1989 and 1990 for what is known as the Belgian UFO wave. Over many months, thousands of citizens, including police officers and military personnel, reported sightings of large, silent, triangular craft with bright lights at each corner and a central red light. The objects were often seen flying at low altitudes over populated areas, yet they made virtually no noise. The Belgian military took the reports so seriously that they scrambled F-16 fighter jets to intercept the objects on multiple occasions. In one famous incident, two F-16s achieved radar lock on one of the triangles. The radar data showed the object performing maneuvers that were impossible for any known aircraft. It descended from 10,000 feet to just 500 feet in a few seconds, and accelerated from a near hover to speeds far exceeding the sound barrier without creating a sonic boom. Despite multiple radar confirmations and thousands of eyewitness accounts, no definitive explanation for the Belgian UFO wave has ever been found. It remains one of the most thoroughly documented and inexplicable UFO flaps in modern history. Finally, we have the O'Hare International Airport sighting of 2006. On a busy afternoon at one of the world's busiest airports, a dozen United Airlines employees, including pilots and ramp workers, witnessed a dark, grey, metallic, disc-shaped craft hovering over Gate C-17. The object remained stationary for several minutes, silent and spinning, before suddenly shooting straight up into the overcast sky. It punched a perfect, circular hole in the cloud layer as it departed, a hole that remained visible for some time afterward. The witnesses immediately reported the incident to their supervisors. However, when the media began asking questions, both the airline and the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, initially denied having any record of the event. The FAA claimed it was likely a weather phenomenon. This denial infuriated the witnesses, who knew what they had seen. After a Freedom of Information Act request was filed, the FAA eventually released records confirming they were aware of the sighting. The O'Hare case is a stark reminder that these events aren't just happening in remote deserts. They're happening right above our heads, in broad daylight, at major international airports. From Roswell's alleged crash to the Nimitz's high-tech encounter, these cases represent just a fraction of the unexplained aerial phenomena reported worldwide. Each one presents a unique puzzle, challenging our understanding of technology and our place in the cosmos. While skeptics offer conventional explanations like weather balloons, flares, or misidentification, the sheer number of credible witnesses, including trained military personnel, pilots, and police officers, makes it difficult to dismiss them all. The declassification of official government videos and reports in recent years has only added fuel to the fire, moving the conversation from the fringes into the mainstream. The question is no longer, do UFOs exist? But what are they? Are they advanced secret military projects from another country? Are they natural phenomena we don't yet understand? Or are they, as many believe, evidence of visitors from another world? The truth is still out there, and the search for answers continues. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the most mysterious UFO sightings. What do you think? Was it a weather balloon at Roswell? Flares over Phoenix? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you have your own story, we'd love to hear it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to UFO Evidence, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation into the unknown. Until next time, keep looking up.